Welcome back, everybody. RC, Mike, like always, coming to give you some conversation. So, this weekend, Memorial Weekend, I hope everybody had a great and safe Memorial Weekend.
Yeah, the best part though is that it didn't rain here.
I know.
And usually I remember growing up my whole life, not every single one, but most of Memorial Days, you're like, it always sucks because it rains. At least one of those days of the weekend.
It was beautiful, 90s.
Yes, and hot.
Really, actually, a little too much hot.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you had pool access and you were relaxing, it was a hell of a time. I had to go out and play soccer with the little ones, and within 3 minutes, my gray shirt turned black.
Yeah, I know. It's especially with the humidity, man.
I mean, yeah, the humidity's hot, but that sun is blaring. It's blazing.
That's the thing, and like my wife, she's in California right now, and
good for her.
She told me, she's like, it's hot there. It was about as hot there as it here.
But it's not the
not
same.
one beat of sweat.
Yeah, not the same.
And the same thing when we lived in Colorado. I mean, the sun, you could feel the heat coming down. You want it because there's no humidity. But on that instance, the humidity kind of protects us. Out there, you can literally feel your skin cooking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like I said, when I went to
literally
Vegas,
cooking. Yeah.
It was 88, but it was a beautiful 88.
Yeah, it's much easier to deal with.
Nice
Just stop the
breeze.
heat.
Yeah, nice breeze. It's not none of that humidity. But Memorial Day, it's a great day. It's a day for everybody to remember those who fell fighting for our freedoms. Don't ever forget the people that helped back. Even if you weren't born at the time, you always need to. Remember.
I mean, and it's important, and it goes back since the very beginning of the start of this country to the people who were and the people who were involved in Afghanistan, the people who were involved in Ukraine and Russia. You know what I mean? It's I think it's a good reminder for everybody to remember on what we have and what other people fought for.
Yes. And
for us to have.
And knowing that I'm sitting next to somebody that did serve, I mean, granted he's here, but
yes.
You just always want to remember those who fought for you. And I don't know, but there's a quote. They say, let me get that. They say if you don't remember someone after they're gone, they're forgotten twice. So I want you to think about that.
That's deep, dude.
Yeah,
that's pretty deep.
Just think about that because
it's almost hurtful. It's so deep, you know what I mean?
Once they're gone, I mean, I know it hurts. It hurts everybody.
Yeah.
But the good thing is to remember them. Remember the good times. Remember what they've done with you or for you. It's just to remember because, again, if you don't remember and you forget, it's like they were lost twice.
Yeah, that's a strong quote, man.
Yeah, so I want everybody to make sure, even if you don't know anybody.
Write that down.
Even if you don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
Even if you, like I said, even if you don't know anybody that served or anything, it's just like I said, you're here with your freedoms because of them.
I'm sure most. Well, yeah, maybe not most. All
yeah,
people.
most. I mean,
most people might know someone or connect to someone who knows someone, but yeah, you know what he's saying.
Yeah.
You know what he's saying. There's someone in your reach that you should,
But
and
again,
if you're out there, reach out. Say thank you. Shake someone's hand.
Yeah, I mean, thank you. Even just a moment of silence, just to remember them. Again, remembering them is mostly everything. And on the lighter side thing, which is really not lighter,
True.
I hope everybody got a glimpse of the trial with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
I don't see how they couldn't. I mean, it's been
everywhere. And the results are in. He's not the father.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking. Thanks, Maury.
But he did. I guess you say win the trial.
I mean, it's hard to think about because they both were granted money. But if you look at the case, the case closing, and I'm no lawyer, I don't know much about litigation or anything like that, but from what I took from it is Johnny Depp had, I guess, 3 lawsuits about that Amber did something that she lied about. And on the other hand, Amber had 3 different situations where she said Johnny Depp had lied.
Yeah.
So they were both fighting for these 3 instances of defamation. And it seems that Amber Heard had lied about all of them.
Yeah,
she lied about everything that she had said.
I think she's a little off the rocker.
Yeah, she's a little off the rocker, but we don't know these people.
we don't know these people, but that whole relationship it was toxic from the beginning. You know what I mean? 100%. And if you listen to what they were talking about, it was crazy. Yes, there's people out there who are in those relationships, which you should obviously get out of. But yeah, this relationship was absolutely crazy, and I'm not saying. I think this case was huge though, because it showed us that you don't necessarily, or you shouldn't believe all women.
Again,
and not saying I don't agree with the Me Too, because you absolutely, there should be, you should listen. But if it's not fair, if it's not true, you can't just take a woman's side because she's a woman. Because look at what happened.
And me and New York Rob had a big conversation about it. And at the end of the whole conversation, all we found out to see is that the judicial system tells you are innocent until proven guilty. But I feel, and so does New York Rob feels, when it becomes a man and a woman or abusive.
Yes.
It's always the man is guilty until proven innocent.
Yes, I was just gonna say, yeah, it's like automatically they take the woman and they say, okay, this is what she says, we're gonna hit, and the man has to fight tooth and nail to prove himself
exactly
that he's not when the woman doesn't have to. And obviously we've seen that in this case, and it's happened for the last 100 years. So people out there.
So you just imagine. I mean, now this is coming out with Amber Heard that she's the one that was abusive. She lied about everything. Granted, Johnny Depp was asking for like $50 million.
Yeah, something like that.
And he only got like 15. So he was right on that. Amber Heard, again, she went for 3 different instances. Wrong on 2, right on 1. Where she was given $2 million. So at the end of the whole trial, it was kind of, a little loopy to me because both of them lied, but Johnny Depp won the case. So
yeah,
it was.
I mean, the whole overall was him. Well, because she was accusing him of being abusive.
And with the things that he said, coming up and saying, "Oh yeah, she had her girls in on it," and said, "This is what we're gonna do when he gets home, and he ain't gonna have nothing he can do about it."
Yeah, like
it's kind of crazy.
It is. It's super crazy,
and you
man.
wonder if this Amber Heard, she's a young woman.
A
young woman. So you imagine years before this, how many women were doing that?
Yeah,
and getting away with it.
Exactly, and that's why I think this case is. It was ridiculous on a level of like, why would anybody stay in this kind of relationship? Well, people do it all the time, especially when you're famous and rich. It's kind of like the only thing they have. So, but the part of her, she was super abusive to him. I mean, she cut his finger.
Abusive.
She shit in his
verbally, bed. I mean,
she shit in his bed.
That right.
Well,
there
that's what he said on the stand. Yeah, he said on the stand. And she's very manipulative, and you can see it. Yeah, and sometimes I'm not saying it's a bad trait, but some women use it for evil.
Yeah, evil.
For lack of a better word.
Mostly every woman can use it for evil.
Yeah.
Some women are much better.
And you got women like her who take it to the next level, and it's like, now you're dealing with the court system, for Christ's sakes. I mean, that's about as high as you can go with this.
And another thing, for this to be such a high-profile case, because they're 2 giant actors as of right now, they even granted that Johnny Depp wasn't even there during the verdict. He was in another country getting ready to tape a movie or something. So he wasn't even there. It was just Amber Heard.
Okay.
So that was another thing. I'm like, this is serious shit, right? You're going to want to be there, especially for somebody like Johnny Depp. I understand you got work obligations.
Yeah,
but this woman is trying to destroy your career.
Well, the fact is, I think if he would have lost, he would have had to pay regardless. He didn't need to be there. They would have sent him the thing in the mail, pay this. If he won, he didn't need to be there because she's gonna have to eventually pay him.
So they both won. That's what got me so confused. They both won. I mean,
in a sense, yeah.
Johnny Depp won better, but she gets to walk away with $2 million. He gets to walk away. Granted, she asked for $100 million. And Johnny Depp asked.
Or does she just take $2 million out of the 50 she has to pay him?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, hey, you know what? Here's 13. Let's just get it over with, right?
Here's.
But again, with the all abusiveness and cutting his finger, shitting on his bed, the verbal abuse, I feel like the whole situation just got a slap on the wrist and walked away with it.
Yeah, and I think there's only a peak. I mean, there's obviously a lot of relationships that are like this, but I think the biggest thing is that it 100% hurt both of their careers.
I'm gonna fight you on that one because I know for a fact that Amber Heard is gonna hurt so much more because already the DC universe.
Well, they want to kick her out of Aquaman too.
She's not gonna be in it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, Jason Momoa had a lot to do with it too because he was on Johnny's side, and with the way
he was on Johnny's side, but he was friends with her because of the movie.
Yes.
But he's on Johnny's side. I mean, you're not gonna just give this woman a pass.
Yeah.
But the DC Universe is already saying if Amber Heard is anywhere near Aquaman 2, they're just going to boycott the whole thing.
Yeah, see, and they're not going to have that.
Oh, no. DC Universe is going to be like, yeah, okay, she's gone. Let me get the next one.
Yeah, you're messing with our money.
Yeah, with all the superhero movies coming out, they can't take a hit like that, especially what Marvel's doing. Marvel is just incredibly overtaking everything. So if DC wants to even compete, they got to kick Amber Heard out and get a new actress in there which
is still going to hurt the second movie because you don't have the same cast. So it's kind of, but it's going to be better than having her in there.
Yeah, she was hot in Aquaman 1, but I didn't even think she was that great of an actor.
She's not.
I mean, the whole movie itself was good, a little bit too lovey-dovey for me.
It's not Marvel good. I'm sorry to say it. I'm sorry to say it.
100% true.
I am a DC fan, but the way Marvel does their movies is above and beyond.
Yeah.
And DC is behind.
And that's what I'm saying.
It's behind.
Yes,
and it just
they gotta
can't
kick
catch
Amber
up.
Heard out if they want to try to
can't have the bad press. Yeah, but see, Johnny got screwed up because they stalled on making the new Pirates.
Yeah.
And then they kicked him off the Grindelwald?
Grimwald.
Something like that. You know, the Harry Potter spin-off.
Yes.
So these are two huge roles that he gets paid millions and millions of dollars for, and now he has lost those roles.
Yeah, but again, you got to think Johnny Depp's probably got loads in the bank.
Well, yeah, he's very wealthy, but
yes, she's much younger, and she's just been, coming up. And Aquaman was supposed to be her huge break. And now doesn't have that. I feel Amber's gonna.
That's gonna definitely hurt her.
She's gonna probably own. I hope not. I mean, she does get what she deserves. I hope she doesn't fall off the face of the earth because of this, and you'll probably not see her in another movie. It's gonna be hard for her, but
probably indies.
Yeah, exactly. But for a fact you're gonna see Johnny Depp again.
Yeah, and you know what? Even if you didn't, let's say you didn't, he's got enough money. If he stops the way he's living now, and becomes modern about it, he could probably just ride out the rest of his years.
Yeah,
with
quick,
the money.
Easy, nice. And,
but he can't live like he's living now with all the money because it's coming and going. He'd have to do everything in moderation.
Or you get another sugar.
But people like that, they're not used to that. He's been famous since he's 20 years old. Super famous.
Super famous.
So he doesn't know anything else. He doesn't know. He knows. Making a lot of money. He knows doing what he wants.
But again, like you said, he was not at the court date, but he was filming a movie.
Do you know what movie it was?
They didn't get those, but they said he was out of country filming another movie.
I wonder what it was.
So maybe they cashed him back for Pirates.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, maybe he's going.
Because I remember it was about a year ago, and they said it was kind of on hold.
Yeah, well,
and now it's a year later, so now I think
if he was anywhere close to being abusive to Amber Heard, he would have lost.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing. I think that it came on his top, and I think for them to throw him out of that. See, the Grimwald series is kind of new, so he lost.
Yeah, you can.
But the Pirates is all based on him, so
you can't keep Pirates without Jack Sparrow.
And it wouldn't happen.
Again, Jack Sparrow's his character, his role. One of his best.
Oh, absolutely.
Him and Jack Sparrow is just, every time I watch it, I cannot stop smiling.
Yeah.
Just the way he is.
It's perfection.
The drunken, I can get away with anything, even though it was almost like an Inspector Gadget type thing where he would just ruin himself, but it would come out looking cool anyway.
Yeah.
and again, if you haven't seen any of the Pirates, they're phenomenal. Great movies. Great to watch with your kids. Be cautious with the other ones because they do get a little scarier for the younger ones. Where there's ghosts and animals coming out of the water But again, Johnny Depp came out the winner. Looks like he's not gonna lose a step from what happened.
I don't think he will. I mean, he's been around long enough to where he might take a beat But obviously, if he's shooting a movie, so he's really not. Yes. So he's kind of getting right back into it. But this, like I said, I think this is a huge thing because, even people who are all gung-ho about the Me Too, about believe all women type thing, even those people see this and see her and like, wow, we have to kind of pull back our statement because look at all the things, look at the way she was, the manipulation. And it makes it hard for you to preach something like that when something like this shows up to somebody who's,
And to me, it's great because now you get both sides.
You have to. You have to.
You get the both sides, and granted, if anything like this ever comes up, now maybe, just maybe, men are not guilty until proven innocent.
Maybe they'll be taken seriously.
Yeah, maybe now we will say, hey, I didn't do it, and not get thrown around and acted like, again, that we're already guilty before anything happens.
Yeah.
And that's the big issue. I mean, when it comes, like I said, when it comes to women and men in abuse, usually 90% of the time, the man gets the shit end of the stick.
It does. And I would say the majority of the time, it is the man doing the abuse. But like we had an episode a few weeks ago that women are absolutely and can be absolutely abusive.
Of course.
Whether verbal, manipulation, and physical, obviously. You know what I mean? So it's not always a one-sided issue. And that's what you got to watch out for.
Remember back in the days, women couldn't do anything. Now you guys can do a damn lot.
Yeah.
You can do a damn lot, and you guys have to make sure, you think before you act. Same thing with guys. You got to think before you act, because nowadays, everybody's getting caught.
I think after this, I think Johnny is going to pick his partners a little bit better.
Yeah. I mean, he was with Amber for so long, too.
He's been, since like 16? 2016?
Yes.
Or something like that.
And any type of relationship, after a year or two, it's pretty cemented.
Yeah, I mean, plus after like 2 years, that honeymoon phase wears out.
Yeah, and then you get to know the
and then it
person.
becomes like the real meat and potatoes type thing.
Yeah.
But I think...
Then you're in it for the long haul.
I think it's... With her, it's... Do we see her again? Maybe not on trial.
The only way you see her again is if Johnny blows it and says, I want you back.
Yeah, which I wouldn't even doubt. But what you think this will teach her a lesson for the future? I don't. Of course. I don't think so.
You have to believe that. Now you got to think what Amber Heard.
It's not in her personality.
Exactly, but you got to think what she had just went through. It's the boy who cried wolf.
Yeah. In a sense.
Think if she ever said anything about being abused from now on, anybody's going to listen to her?
Yeah, and you're right on that aspect. That's why I think if anything does happen in the future...
And it sucks, because if something, God forbid, does happen to Amber Heard...
It might be hard to believe, yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to listen, and it's hard.
But I also think that she learns from this and her future problems. Not saying that she's going to cause problems, but if she does, let's just say Amber doesn't change after this, I think she's going to be more, in tune to what she has to do to win a case. A case.
The only thing Amber Heard should have on her mind right now is, how do I come out of this hole? That's it.
I don't. Obviously, I don't work in the business, so I don't know. Right. But we've seen a lot of bad things happen throughout our lifetime with actors, this and that. And most times, you get second chances. This is kind of what'd you say, a stain on her career?
This is definitely
this is something where she's going to have to be away for a while.
She's going to have to, because again, what again?
You have to wait till it dies down.
Think about this. It's just this aspect of it. Okay, let's say I was a Johnny Depp huge actor. Okay, and I'm gonna start in the movie, and the director says, "Oh yeah, you know what? We can get Amber Heard real cheap." First thing I'm gonna say is no.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't want to deal with that.
Exactly.
With that nonsense, because I was reading some articles before we were shooting today, and. It wasn't just the problem with Johnny. There was a lot of problems with her and Jason on set.
No, yeah.
Because of the way she is.
Yeah, because
it's her own personality that's the problem. So if things get out, like he's saying this is how she was on set, this is how she is in her love life. I'm making a movie, putting millions of dollars into it. I don't want to take this chance. I need someone reliable. I need someone with chemistry, someone who's going to be on time, someone who's going to...
Yeah, great. What if Jason Momoa would have said, I don't want to do Aquaman because of her?
Yeah, done. They would have lost the franchise.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Because you can't replace him.
Exactly. Especially...
So it's huge.
It is. And that's why I feel like you said, with indie movies, she's gonna have to scratch and
start from the beginning, yeah. And she's gonna actually have to prove herself to everybody.
Yeah, she's gonna have to. I'm 100% sure they'll
the old me.
They'll hit her with. She's gonna have to do anger management.
Yeah.
They're gonna hit her with, all of this
therapy. I think she was in therapy already, but still, they have to. She'll be at therapy. A lot of things that are gonna be.
She's gonna have to go through that. Then she's gonna have to come back in the public eye.
Yeah.
Where she's gonna have to do charity work or something, because again, it could be, I don't want to say easier for her to get on the side of women, but men in the industry is gonna be hard for her to get back into, because no man.
You're right. You're 100%, because men already now, especially with the Harvey Weinstein, all that crap, all the bull, which obviously that stuff is unnecessary. I agree with that, unnecessary, but. Men are already kind of on edge and, having to protect themselves because it's, this whole movement going on. But now when someone like her comes along, they don't even want to head it. They don't even want to read the paperwork. Just keep it out of my office. You know what I'm saying? That's the consensus right now. And like you said, it's gonna take her a while to climb her way back up.
It is. And it's rough. But I mean, you choose to do something stupid. Make sure you know the repercussions.
Yeah, of course.
And she's going to feel these repercussions hard. And especially if you think about it, she obviously grew up in the business, making money.
Yeah.
Now she's going to have to turn her whole life around. What if she doesn't ever get back into acting?
That's the thing. That's another thing. That is a possibility. I don't think she knows anything else, so I think she's going to fight tooth and nail to stay in it.
Yeah.
Do I think, it hurts her opportunities, but what hurts even more, it hurt her contacts. People that she knows.
It has to.
They're going to be like, you know what? We don't really want to deal with you right now. We don't really want to represent you right now.
Because,
we don't really want to.
There's, you have those acquaintances that obviously that you talk to, but they don't know your other side. And now with this all coming out, they're like, damn, I hung out with her, I had dinner with her, and I never knew she was this manipulative.
Yeah, and it's not because everybody in Hollywood is an angel walking on the hill.
Yeah. She'll have her group of friends.
They don't want her to pull out their bad side. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So they keep the damaged goods as far away as possible they can, so they can keep doing what they're doing.
But again, I love the fact that this whole trial did shed light to the men's side of the whole story.
Yeah, it's a very big deal.
It could basically tell you it's not always us. That these women can be as bad as the men are. And like I said, it just opens up, and now you're gonna have women doing second guessing themselves, like, oh, do I do that? I can get caught now because of the whole Amber trial.
Yeah, that might come in your head.
It might be a good thing for all.
I mean, most women, like to yell and argue, but it takes a few crazy women, to take it this far. And yes, I know they're out there, and if you're watching this, you might even be in one. You might know someone who's in one, or have heard of someone, but obviously they are out there.
Yes, because you think about it, she almost tried to destroy one man's life.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp was all you know about Johnny Depp.
And that's why it's important to, you need to, she's a very attractive woman.
Beautiful.
And that definitely reeled him in. But
it makes her look uglier now, though, with the trial.
It does, but you also have to make sure you judge their character more than their looks, because you only look at that cover of the book. You don't know what's inside, and I think that's what happened. He already committed to it because, she was pretty.
False advertising.
And then, you get into it, and then, bam, here it is.
And then by the time you realize it, you're in too deep.
Yeah, you're already in the mix, and this is what's going on. So, I think people need to sit back and take a look at, what they want in each other.
Yeah. I mean, go back to the old days. I know it's hard for actors and everything to get in relationships because of their...
Yeah, it is. Because most people want to make a buck, so it's always a problem.
That's why, it's easier for actors to be with actors because they're already in that set of life.
Yeah.
Cameras everywhere, but maybe people make better decisions. Like RC said, looks aren't everything. You got to really get inside somebody to really know if that's your better half, or if it's just a little plaything, or it's something you want to be with for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And people really need to think about that. I know all these young kids, they just want to jump in and out of the next relationship. But be careful. That's all we're really saying. Be careful.
Yeah, that's the thing. And, you know, it's not like this is going to really change a lot of things.
No,
people are still going to make these mistakes.
Yeah.
And so, but at least now there's something to, you know, look back on as a reference.
Yes.
Just to know what to do.
Yes. And that's basically it, guys. You know, I mean, if you guys want to comment, you know, you got something you want to say about the whole Amber or even abuse between men, female, if you're in a relationship, how you feel. I mean, you know, you never have to put your name on anything. Just comment, you know, hit a like button, share if you like what you're hearing. But again, I just want everybody to be careful. And I do remember one more thing. Memorial Week, like I said, just passed Memorial Day. And sad news out of the Minnesota Vikings camp, where they had last year they just with their number one first round pick, they picked up this kid Gladdy, who was a great cornerback. Early Monday morning, he got into a fatal car accident and was killed at 25 years old. I can't assume he was partying. I can't assume the people they
didn't say anything about it.
Didn't say anything about that as of right now. I just like letting everybody know, especially you young kids. I know partying is a big deal coming up, growing up, you know, fitting in, partying with friends. But just be safe. Just be careful. I mean, there's Uber everywhere now. Nobody has to ever get in a car being drunk or even half-assed tipsy.
Yeah, and I think if you do, it's your ego. It's your ego driving the train. Your
ego is the one thinking, I'm better than the alcohol.
Yeah.
I can make it home.
Because I remember growing up, I knew guys like that.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I grew up with my best friend.
12 beers later, I'll be fine. I drive all the time. I drive better when I'm drunk. I always hear that.
That's the best excuse.
I drive better when I'm drunk. Okay.
I'm more alert.
You drive like shit when you're sober, so.
That's all that means. That's all that means. But again, you know, all joking aside, everybody be careful. Think before you get into a car. Think of what your next step is going to be. Don't just guess at it. Make steps, make the right decisions, and just like everything, do more, be more. You want to be more in this world. You want to do more in this world. You want to live long in this world. So just the decisions you make, please take wholeheartedly. And again, don't just think about it for yourself as well. Because again, if you're getting in a car when you're drunk, you must also be sure nobody else is hurt while you're doing something stupid.
And most of the time when you are drunk, you get accidents. The person who's drunk
is the one that survives.
Yeah.
It usually is.
Because of the alcohol.
Yes, because of the alcohol. Because they're all numb and limp.
But it's your fault, and then you help people. So it's a mess, man. It's a mess.
So just
be responsible. That's it. Be responsible.
Drink responsibly. Download the Uber app. You guys will be good. I mean, especially if you live in big cities, taxis are everywhere. Okay, guys, and like RC said, don't let your ego take advantage of what can be something great.
True.
Anything else?
No, just listen. Leave it in the comments. Do you agree with the trial verdict? Are you on Amber's side? You're on Johnny's side? Whatever the case is.
Yeah. Just let us know.
That's it from us.
Yeah. I'll see you guys on the next time. And everybody remember, be safe. Later, guys.
See you later.